Let's do the intro. Welcome to the graffiti jungle. Paolo Pulingue. Benvenuti nella giungla del graffiti. Questo è Impastore Rockstar, a podcast with Gihareh. Sono tuo capo. Io sono Chief Gihareh Julius Caesar K-Rail. All right. So YEEZY Season X, which is season 10. YEEZY Season 10. All right. So I was scrolling through the wonderful world of threads, and somebody mentioned that there were some new Yeezy pieces that released on the Yeezy website. Now, a couple things here. There hasn't been a Yeezy release in a while. You know, there was a lot of controversy, just on the third, leaving Adidas, you know what I'm saying, doing things on your own. There's a lot, you know what I'm saying. There are still no physical, Yeezy stores. And then, the whole getting rid of all that merchandise and things like that. So there was a lot to be cleaned up after the rubble and the mess. Now, but with that said, the one thing, again, when it came down to the fashion, shoes, clothing, all of that, you saw the effect that certain things had. And just for instance, the Yeezy foam runners and the Yeezy slides, you saw what then came from out of that and everything that was a spinoff or a variation of. All right? So let's not act like down saying that Yeezy Kanye doesn't push the envelope, the umbrella, like, you know what I'm saying, when it goes towards, the fashion of what having something new, having something different. The minimalist, however you want to sit there and talk about urban fashion. So it's been a while. It's been a long time. Shouldn't have left you without a dope beat to step to. Now, I think Kanye just did a concert or did some type of performance in Korea, in which I saw one of the hoodies. Now, now in the description box, I put the pieces, I went through the whole website. So in the description box, you can look at the link and you can look and see the whole website. Now, a couple other things here, with about affordable clothing, how things used to be, how they are now, and this and the third. So one of the things is, so on the video, the original video I saw, he mentioned a couple things, and it was the fact of, like, for pricing, right? If it had, been released, if he was still with Adidas or with some type of other big name clothing brand, then pricing would probably, what I'm saying, near 100 and over that. And then once it hit resale markets, that was a whole nother thing, right? That was a whole nother thing. So that was one that somebody mentioned. But it never really got to women's clothing, which I think was the big difference and what actually that kind of caught my attention. Now, you can go ahead and send me what you think about the Center Third, but so I'm just doing a couple pieces that I would have liked. I would have just tried to get. So if it was up to me, I would have tried to get this windbreaker. Now this says WB02. There are a couple of them. There are a few of them. But I like a pullover, and I just think this would have been like cool, almost like some starter jacket type shit. It's probably going to give a crop look to it, maybe kind of sort of, maybe a little bit oversized baggy. I'm not sure, what I'm saying, but I'm just kind of assuming based off of how things have been. So I would have got this. This is one thing. If I had the funds and I could purchase it and this and the third, this is one thing that I would have got. Also, there were raincoats, hoodies, t-shirts, but there's a more emphasis on women's clothing. So, like, there were tank tops, underwear, let's see, I'm trying for bodysuits. Like, there were, like, a lot more clothing for women. Now, I probably would have got, well, there's a couple things. In one world, I would have got the gray and the black. But for whatchamacallit, it's just like, for aesthetic purposes and whatnot, I would got the gray. It's a raincoat. So this raincoat actually, I think, is available in black and maybe in like a navy blue. Let me see. This is raincoat 1. I know for sure. Like if it's a raincoat, you know, gloomy and gray, That's the only reason I would have got it in gray primarily first. But looking at the raincoat, there was also trench coats available as well. But looking at the raincoat, I probably would have got. Now this is a $60 one. I probably would have got it in gray if I could only get one. But once I probably got it, I would have been like, and worn, I'm like, damn, I probably wish I should have got this shit in black. But it is available in black. It is available in black. Now this shirt kind of caught my attention. This probably one of the ones I probably would have got. I just because it caught my attention, but I probably wouldn't have liked it once I got it. I don't know. Yeah, I don't like the like. I don't need the collar. Let me try and see. Is that a different? I don't need the collar being black. Yeah, I don't need that. I don't need the collar black. I would have rather just the collar just be one color, like same color as the rest of the shirt. But the black sleeves I kind of would like. I'm not sure if this is a 2-shirt in one. What's it called? This is called T-shirt 5. So there were some $20 pieces, and as you see, like $40 pieces, $60 pieces. Now we're going to get into what really actually, now this is what it made me think of. It made me think of the cartoon shoes. You know what I'm saying? It made me think of the cartoon shoes. And so this one's better. Yeah. This is what it made me think of seeing this, right? Now we're going to get into it here. So this shit, like, of course, every time it's like a drop or a release or something like that, it'd be one thing. It's your first time seeing it, and it's definitely is new and it's different. It's on the third. Now, so here it's a couple of things you can talk to say about this, right? So with heels, one of the main things with heels. Now again, sometimes. So for instance, with when Kanye West had like the stem player thing, the technology had always been there. And it was just a matter of like that technology, this device and whatever, in your face, so like other people as a new market, so people understand like, oh, this is what's available and this is what you can do with it, and this on the third. I still want the stem player. Like that'd be like the 2025 version of a Walkman. Like I still want the stem player. But the stem player is dope. I still want that. So I'm just I'm sitting here looking at it, right? So the only thing that's actually like so the reason I brought that up was the fact that like with heels, this part is usually just missing. That's the only part that's like, you know what I'm saying, truly like, oh, okay, you know what I'm saying? This part is usually missing. So this part is actually just filled in and is there, and you would get that slim look there. So it's not that it's too far different from other heels, but that part is closed. Now, could that help, a woman walk in the shoes? I don't know. So there were those, and then there were these ones. Now, these were also heels. Let me see, this says heel 1. This is heel 2. Now, the difference between these heels, I probably need to look at another angle for this, but these are open toe heels, which you can see from right there. Now, one of the things is though, like, I'm just sitting here looking at it, and however whatchamacallit goes, I'm not sure about these ones, but these definitely give that feel of, let's say, a woman wants like comfortable heels. Like this shit almost look like the fucking Yeezy Slide. This shit is called a heel. It's not as, as this one, but if there's like, it almost like the Yeezy Slide. If this is like a comfortable heel and a woman can just go to like work or this and that third, and she ain't gonna mind, walking around her heels, that's another thing. Now the next heel though, I was like, oh yeah, this for the boss bitches. This for the top tier boss bitches. This for them. This for them. Now, this heel is just a little more dramatic than that one. This one's a little more, it's a lot more aggressive and defined. This one feels like a little looser. It like I'm talking about look wise. This one feels like a little looser. You know, almost like on a casual. So for instance, this would be your business casual, and then that's your business professional. Slight difference, but there is a difference. More pointed in the front. So yeah. The big thing was now there you gotta go look into the website. There's also bodysuits and like one pieces, no luffy. Bodysuits and heels, underwear. Like there are things for there's a lot more emphasis for like women clothing. So these are some of the Yeezy pieces and that just like caught my attention and just wanted to bring it to your attention.